Hey future brides, if you're looking for the perfect wedding dress or evening gown, we got just the place for you. We're at Laras Boutique and Bridals grand opening in Mamaroneck, and we got a chance to talk to some very special guests. So today's your grand opening. How do you feel about it?
I'm very excited, actually. Nervous and excited. Well, all my items, 90% of them are my custom designs. So they're one-of-a-kinders that I've designed that you can't find anywhere else. Then the other items that I have, the 10% are Giovanni Couture gowns because I love his line. So I've been designing since 2013 and I have my own collection. I'm actually originally from here. When I first came from Europe, I lived in Mamaroneck. I went to Mamaroneck High School, so there's nothing more special to me than coming back to where I'm from. My husband's also from here. Actually, the harbor in Mamaroneck is named after his great-grandpa, so it's just amazing.
So hi, I'm with Florenza, Miss New York 2019. What do you think about today's event?
So it's so glamorous in here. It's really nice. We had a big shipment of dresses, and she even does custom-made gowns. So I'm so excited to be here and work with her in the future. Laura has been a supporter of mine since before I ever won Miss New York. I've been competing for the past 4 years, and she's always been there by my back. And it's just so exciting that she's finally able to help me out now.
Do you have a message for future brides that want to come here?
Future brides, well, I'm newly engaged and I haven't looked at any dresses or anything like that. So honestly, all I've heard from my friends is just to find something that you're comfortable in, because that's your big day and you want to look pretty and glamorous, but you want to enjoy it at the same time. So find something beautiful but comfortable.
Today's event is amazing. I love her designs. I did not know that the only thing Laura carries here is Giovanni, but these are all her designs, that she's made them all. I'm so proud of her. I can't sew a hem. What is this? To be able to do this, it's just, to open a store, it's scary. It's scary to open up a business, but she has my full support, and I'm really proud of her because this is amazing. Listen, come to the store. An amazing array of dresses. There's a girl here who had her dress made. It's beautiful. So I wish them all the best, and you may see me here once or twice or 10 times.
For more information, you can visit larasboutiqueny.com. I'm Stephanie Yang reporting for the Local Live. Hi, I'm Stephanie Yang, and I'm here at the first ever night market in Mamaroneck. Let's go check it out. So how do you feel about being here as one of the vendors?
It's a lot of fun. It's really fun to be part of a community event, and everyone feels very good tonight. It seems like it's been fun, and it's nice to have a change of pace from the regular markets.
This is a great event. I'm enjoying myself, having some good food and drink, checking out some cool art and other vendors, great food.
I think it's a great place for kind of raising a community. I think it's a very wonderful situation to see the other artists in the area, but also kind of bring together the concept of like how art is hospitality in the long run. So pairing it with food and drink kind of makes a lot of sense.
Chris approached me with the idea to do night market, and he's like, yeah, we need a flyer, and he's been a fan of my work for a while. We go way back. I think I ate at Hoppa like day 2 that it was really even open. And I've been eating at his food truck ever since, and he had called me and was just kind of like, oh, we got to do something. I got this idea, and he sent me like this really kind of crude sort of like image of what he kind of wanted, and I was like, all right, this is really cool, and he explained the whole concept to me, and I just ran with it. He's like, it's just really like the Lucky Cat. That's the main selling point that I want. So kind of took that, and we were thinking like night market, and obviously he's from the Philippines, and the whole Asian culture and things like that. And I was like, all right, so we'll find some like Japanese, Korean, Chinese characters. We'll kind of start to tie the whole thing together nicely. And it was a really fun project to work on with them. Yeah, we had a good time.
red ales, halftime, and hop a food truck for future events. I'm Stephanie Yang reporting for the Local Live.
On a cold day 13 years ago, a little boy in Mamaroneck had a bright idea to give back to some neighbors and make some hot cocoa. 13 years later, it's evolved into Evan and Josh's Hot Cocoa Stand, a charity that's raised over $40,000 towards pediatric cancer research.
We've gone around town and asked some local restaurants and places for donations, and since it's such a great cause, they're, for the most part, more than willing to help out. Like Green Life and Milk and Cookies on Mamaroneck Ave, I know, are two vendors who have given us $25 gift cards to raffle off.
What's your favorite part besides giving back? Anything special?
The food.
Oh, awesome. The food's pretty good. Those brownies are really good.
Brownies are good.
5-year-old boy comes back from school one day and he has a list. And my wife goes, "What is that?" He goes, "It's all my friends. During lunch, I actually asked them to sign up and help me with the hot cocoa stand." So we said, wow, this is a boy who's determined to really do this.
Every year is a huge success. It gets bigger and better in every way. All the money that they raise helps children with cancer, and Pediatric Cancer Foundation is enormously grateful.
If you would like to donate and get involved, visit ejhotcocoa.com. Reporting for the Local Live, I'm Murals Kathwari.
The thing to know about the Resource Center is that we have a supportive, welcoming environment. We have a really nice community of people that come here at all different levels. So if you don't consider yourself an artist and maybe you're intimidated to come take a class, you could not be surrounded by a more supportive environment.
Really fun experience. So you get to be creative and work with your hands. So, you know, go to Bullseye Glass and take a class.
We had a great time today at Bullseye Glass. We want to thank Michelle and her staff because I didn't know that it could be so much fun doing all these things, and I was really blown away by the talent of our staff, which is incredible.
Especially as a beginner, someone who hasn't worked with glass before, I found it very easy after a quick training exercise to get my hands in there and work with glass.
Ooh. Hold that up, Rob.
Yeah.
Most people just come here to enjoy themselves. A lot of the time they continue working here and really kind of find their voice when they're working with glass.
Despite the chilly weather and scattered rains, many local adults and children gathered together here in Memorial Park in Larchmont to compete in the 5th annual 5K Run and Bunnyhop, hosted by the town of Mamaroneck and the Village Fire Department.
I run a lot, so it's fun to kind of run for a local race with a lot of your friends and a lot of the kids and stuff. So I enjoy it. I think race day is fun, especially in your hometown.
Oh, it was great. It was great. It's I've been meaning to do this for like 5 years, and so I figured today's the day.
I didn't really figure that much, but how I use my trick of going a little, pacing myself, going a little slow at first, and going fast.
My mom and I, we went jogging around our neighborhood, and I had a running tracker on my phone, and we said we were gonna do a mile, but we only did that once. So.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Good? What place did you come in? Are you winner today? Yes. Do you guys do this Bunnyhop every year? How do you feel being here?
It's actually our first year in Larchmont, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, first time.
Welcome to Larchmont. What was your favorite part about today?
Running through the finish line and getting this candy. Staying with me and getting the candy from the bunny.
What a wonderful event to get everyone up and running. Reporting for the Local Live, I'm Murals.
200,000 people are living with sarcoidosis in the country. The Kick In to Stop Sarcoidosis organization is fighting back with their annual Walk and Roll charity event.
What sarcoidosis is it's a rare inflammatory disease. What happens is your body kind of builds up clusters of inflammatory cells, and they can affect any organ in the body. Are walking and rolling, so it's like a walkathon, except we understand some people sarcoidosis affects our mobility, partly because of the breathing, partly because of the inflammatory joints and muscles and all that. We're also raising funds for research, hoping for better understanding about the disease, better treatments, and hoping that someday we'll find a cure.
Having sarcoidosis actually changed my life. It forced me to stop working. Having sarcoidosis is a challenge for all of us, and I'm so glad that you guys are actually bringing awareness. You know, we're trying to get awareness out. I did a little bit of walking. I have sarcoidosis in my lungs, so I'm on oxygen when I overexert myself. So I did a little bit walking because I feel good today, so I think I did great.
I'm 12 and I'm the youngest person here with sarcoidosis.
And what do you want people to know about the disease?
Even if it doesn't look like the person is fine, that they're really not, and that they're in pain and stuff, even if you can't see it, it's like happening.
Why do you think this is such a great event today?
Because it's helping spread awareness for people with sarcoidosis, and like show people that they're not alone with it.
If you'd like to get involved, you can visit their website at stopsarcoidosis.org. I'm Stephanie Yang reporting for the Local Live.
Hi, and welcome to the Larchmont 4th of July races.
This is my 10th year actually doing this, and it's always a good event. Lots of families, lots of kids.
Great 4th of July races at Flint Park again this year. We had a wonderful time.
I always look forward to the July 4th races. It's a great opportunity for families to come together and enjoy the village.
As you can see today, we have a wonderful volunteer day. The volunteer firefighters are here serving hot dogs for the community.
We just had a wonderful 4th of July races. Every year it gets better and better.
We so much enjoy all of these events. It's a great way to kick off the holiday season, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Yeah, well, actually, we were really happy with the Larchmont historical murals, and actually it's Mamaroneck who approached us and asked us if we wanted to continue the journey over the villages of Westchester County, and they offered us to do a Mamaroneck. That's how it started. And we are very, very happy because every village has its own DNA, and there is a strong diversity in the villages of Westchester County. And Mamaroneck is very different from Larchmont, and to be able to express the differences, and show the diversity and the DNA of that specific village of Mamaroneck is really a treat and something fantastic for us as well as for the artists. And we really feel like there is a strong way to bond the community together through street art in Mamaroneck as well.
A group of citizens met multiple times and brainstormed ideas for the murals. I know the Historical Society put forward some specific historical events and names that might be included in some of the themes or drive some of the themes. We also heard from residents of the village who participated in the discussions about the kinds of things that kind of resonate with them about being a community member in Mamaroneck.
It's not just because of it's fun getting dirty in a big surface and like, you know, having spray cans in your hand, which, you know, for me it's like one of the most fascinating tools that you can actually, you know, like very fast and anywhere you can just apply it on the wall in a surface and you get a result, you know. But it you know, it costs years of dedication and learning techniques and everything, you know, getting better on what you do and like in your own style. So for me, like, you know, painting outside it's for me it's like the best way to enjoy being an artist, you know. Not just being out there and like, you know, being outdoor painting and creating a masterpiece on a wall and somebody's wall that you probably never met or you never will, but you know, you just gave it a piece on that little area that you know you're painting and boom, sometimes you gotta be gone like in a couple days and then you're never gonna see that piece again, but you know that everybody around would see it and have it forever, you know what I mean? And sometimes it stays forever. I have a piece that is being up for like 15 years and it's there still and people love it, you know?
So there is an app called Behind the Wall that people can use. It's free. You can download it on App Store or on Play Store, and it works. Actually, when you look actually at the paintings, you get the information, you get the bio, you get the story. The artist starts talking to you, which is kind of cool, and then you can walk around, have a kind of an audio guide of all the walls.
Come on all and join us on April 20th. It's Saturday, it's 1 p.m. We're doing a fantastic artwork with the artists, with the key people of the community, with the mayor, with obviously the Historical Society. It's going to be a lot of fun and we really hope to see you all there. 1 p.m. and this is at the park,
Columbus Park, exactly where we are today, where the kids are having fun trying spray cans. They're going wild.
Today is the second day of the art stroll, and you'll find different businesses throughout the village of Mamaroneck.
We have a tie-dye activity where you can make your own t-shirt. We also have things like pillowcases and kitchen towels and baby onesies, bandanas, and also our handmade goods that we make ourselves.
Okay, so check this out. This is work that was just done by our former resident artist, Joanne Greenbaum. She is a painter who shows with Rachel Uffner Gallery in New York. She made these pieces yesterday in our open studio.
I was born and raised in Havana, Cuba, and most of what I do brings back memories of where I'm from.
What I got here are 12 by 18 chalk portrait. It's done with all sidewalk chalk and it's done on a piece of bluestone. The bluestone is about a ½ inch thick, and after the chalk goes on, I spray them with a seal coat that protects the chalk from smudging.
I'm so delighted to be part of the art stroll today. What a fun weekend. This is a place I spend almost 7 days a week painting and showing my artwork.
Today I am very pleased to be a part of the gallery walk in Mamaroneck, New York. I am a teacher at the School of Rock and I've loved every minute of it.
This is the first of the annual Mamaroneck Village Art Stroll. Murphy Brothers is happy to be a part of it and hope to be a part of many more to come.
To the artists, makers, and all the business owners that participated, I cannot thank you guys enough. Definitely check out what's going on with What's Just Handmade coming up. Thank you so much.
Hello, today we're here at Homix Middle School for STEMtastic, an event curated for family and friends of all ages to come together to take their love of learning to a new level.
Getting students involved in core school subjects isn't an easy task. Having them enjoy it so much they'd spend their Friday night immersing themselves in it is unheard of. That is until the creation of STEM Alliance, a non-profit organization that takes a hands-on approach to problem solving and learning through the use of science, technology, engineering, and math.
We believe in really making sure that all children have a lot of ways to interact with STEM learning, because that is connected to the jobs of the future, which bring an aspect of higher employability and higher wages for kids, and it's also just a lot of fun.
Like, it's demystifying these areas for kids. Like, a lot of times we didn't have access to this, and now this is giving equal access to kids to try all kinds of different things and realize it's not that hard and it's really fun.
STEMtastic offers visitors over 25 unique experiences, ranging from running robotics, herbal garden growing, to 3D toy printing. Each interactive activity showcases a fun way to use STEM skills, such as weaving plastic bags together to create mats for the homeless community.
The rugs are for the homeless because, like, they sit on the ground and they need something comfortable for them. What we really use is plastic bags. All you need to do is plastic scissors and brooms. Yeah.
Fellow STEMtastic participant Rachel Patrick also volunteers her STEM skills in creating wooden tables for her community, in addition to showcasing team support.
I learn a lot of great skills that I can use, even outside of robotics or this project. Things like teamwork and how to make sure getting things done, and so the whole experience is really great to. Yeah.
My 13-year-old's exposed to all this cool technology that I didn't know when I was a kid. So I think it's great. She's way ahead of where I was. Super.
Also taking time to reflect on the importance of STEMtastic's 6th annual festival is Westchester County Executive George Latimer.
Very exciting. You're looking at a way to make science, math, engineering, technology fun. Do hands-on things, have fun with it, and learn at the same time.
Tonight has been such a fantastic night filled with fun and learning. We look forward to seeing what comes next with the STEM Alliance. This has been Aurora Folks reporting for the Local Live.
I got started in kindergarten with a lot of my other friends. I think it was like almost 20 kids, because someone in my class had said, hey, my mom's running this Boy Scout meeting and you should come. And I went. It was a lot of fun, and I've just continued with it. Some people have fallen off, but I stuck with it with these guys, and we got here.
It would probably have been impossible for me to have gotten here on my own. All my friends who stayed with me, well, after a bunch dropped out, if everybody in the state, I don't know if I would have continued. And I'm thankful for them for sticking with it.
These gentlemen have been by my side since the beginning, and I'm going to get through this without crying, forgive me. This has been a long 12 years and a very fulfilling 12 years. I'd like to say to each one of these men, you will always have a special place in my heart. We all grew up together during those years, and I was honored to be their leader from the beginning, in one form or another.
I learned how to be a better part of my community and help other people, and how to be a leader and plan a project and follow through with it.
Each of those projects that you gentlemen have achieved, which is the sort of the tail end of all of your accomplishments in scouting, this is not something that every person can do. Not only people at your age, but people at our age, that we start a project and we complete it. And we complete it professionally, and we convince everybody to help us do that. That is a sign of maturity, regardless of what your age is. And that's something to be proud of.
There's a new daycare in Mamaroneck. Happy Feet Daycare is planning to open for business in the fall. Hi, I'm here with Emmeline, who is the manager at Happy Feet Daycare. Can you tell us a little bit about why you started this daycare?
Yes, so this is Seema's home. She's lived here in Mamaroneck for about 3 years. She and I have both worked in daycares prior to this. One day she came with the idea, hey, let's open our own daycare, start our own business, and a few months later, here we are. We're hoping to open by September, October. We are currently taking in tours, we're taking phone calls, trying to hold in spots for them.
Can you tell us a little bit about the programs for the daycare?
Yes, definitely. So our philosophy here is learning through play. I personally have an early childhood education background, so we emphasize children discovering and exploring. Children have this inner strength to problem solve. They're active learners, so we're here just to nurture them. Safety is important here. So our goal is to help with milestones, help them develop their fine motor skills, gross motor skills, social skills, and kind of just have fun. We're here for them to be children and at the same time learn.
For more information, you can follow Happy Feet Daycare on their website below. I'm Stephanie Yang reporting for The Local Live. Brewers hardware store in Mamaroneck has been open since the late 1800s. The staff confirmed on Wednesday it will officially be closing for business. We spoke with Mayor Tom Murphy to see what the hardware store means to him and the community.
I'm disappointed. Brewers has been here for 140 years. It's a mainstay of Mamaroneck. It serves both the boating community and the homeowner community.
Brewers hardware store, located on 161 East Boston Post Road, is shutting down their shop. The local business has been a staple in the community since 1879, selling traditional hardware items. Brewers is conveniently located by Harbor Island Park for boaters and residents. I interviewed Mayor Tom Murphy to see his thoughts on the store closing.
I can't tell you how many times that I've run in here to get something I needed to do a job at home. And not only could you get the part because it was very well stocked, but you could also get advice because they had a lot of people who were very knowledgeable about different areas of home improvement.
Mayor Tom Murphy continues to say he's concerned for the Brewers staff and them going out of business. What does Brewers hardware store mean to you?
It's a mainstay of the maritime community because they did a lot of business for our boaters, and that's important to the harbor, that a person who has a boat down in the harbor can just pop up here and get something he needs.
Neighbors in the community expressed how they felt about the surprising news. Brewers is closing down after being open for so many years in the community. What are your thoughts about it?
It's heartbreaking because from around here, originally New Rochelle, and I worked in the boatyards in the summer, and we always used to come shop at Brewers. It was an institution and an important asset to the community.
There is no official statement yet on why the store is deciding to close, but reports say the tentative last date is July 3rd. Reporting for The Local Live, I'm Stephanie Yang.
Well, the Sprayground had a number of safety issues, and some of the components were not as desirable as a palm tree and a seahorse. So we decided as a board, and with the funding through the village, that we wanted to refresh it and make it more safe and fun.
Like my nightmare come true. And 1, 2, 3, whoa! Come on, you're gonna help me turn it on. Come on.
It actually started in, I want to say, October or November, when we were talking about it, and we called in a couple companies to give us an idea to change these cannons that we had that were outdated, and we had a couple injuries from them.
We're just excited that we got an upgrade to the Sprayground. It's been a numerous years, and it was a need, and we're thankful to the village and the Board of Trustees for helping us get this done, and it's such a great asset for Harbor Island Park and the village of Mamaroneck.
Well, the spray park was put in 16 years ago, so this is a refreshing and rejuvenation for a new generation of children. It helped bring people back to the beach. It's enlivened the beach. People are beginning to discover how beautiful we have it here.
We are very proud to empower all these ladies and also their businesses. And we have a lot of women with very beautiful projects. And when they are able to do with that and concrete, to make a business is very great. So we are happy to have all these ladies here today. Being an entrepreneur is already by itself very challenging, and if you add the fact that we are women, we add other challenge. Of course, because you have the family also, you need to be able to balance your family life with your business. And it's not always very easy. One of the quality we have is to be very strong and passionate with what we do. So we are not doing that only for money, but because we like it.
Cameron Gassmer here, reporting for the local live from the Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp, where NBC's lead sports anchor Bruce Beck and many other big names in the sports broadcasting business are paving the way for many talented future broadcasters. The Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp is the best place to start for anyone looking to get into sportscasting. As a former veteran camper, I have not only improved significantly in broadcasting, but as a person as well. They mentor each individual and work to strengthen your skills while tying in many life lessons. In 2017, you launched your own broadcasting camp. What was the reason behind that?
I had done a camp for 15 years with Iron Eagle in New Jersey, the Bruce Beck Iron Eagle Sports Broadcasting Camp. And after it had run its course, so to speak, after 15 years, I wanted to do it still on my own and do it closer to home, Westchester County. And my wife and I got together, and she's the administrator and I'm the creative side, and together the two of us put together the ideas for a sports broadcasting camp. So we're now in our third year in Westchester, and we had a great third season, and we love every minute of it because we're fostering the next generation of sports broadcasters and giving an opportunity to mentor, which is really what I truly love to do.
Bruce brings in many big names in the sports broadcasting business. This week, he had Joe Tessitore of ESPN, Ian Eagle of CBS, Meredith Morakovitz of the Yes Network, and even Kevin Burkhardt of Fox, just to name a few. These big names come in and give these young broadcasters advice and lessons they learned along the way to becoming the leaders in the field.
I always tell them three things, the three mantras for being successful in this career or in any career: attention to detail, preparation, and most importantly, relationships. It's all about the people you work with, the people you meet, the people you cover. It's about working together. It's about establishing relationships that can last a lifetime, because you just can't do it on your own. It's not about that. It's not all about talent. It's about connecting. It's about working with someone. I think those are the things that make it special.
Connections are a big part of this business, as Bruce explained. Many of the people that I met last year, I am still in touch with. They have helped me get internships, meet other people in different departments of media, and have listened to many of my broadcasts that helped me improve in order to move to the next level.
A piece of advice that he's taught me is always to smile. A smile goes a long way. He's always said that it takes more muscles to frown than to smile, and it's just an incredible piece of advice because I always use it whenever I'm on camera. I always try and smile. It always seems to make me sound a lot better, so I always try to use that.
With all the hands-on and real-world experience that the Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp has to offer, these many young and talented sports broadcasters have a bright future ahead of them. Reporting for the local live from the Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp, I'm Cameron Gassmer.
What a year it's been for ElMCTV. Here's a review of 2019 at the Larchmont Mamaroneck Community Media Center. The public channel is programmed with community productions such as community productions in and out of the studio, community events, community information. This is the channel for the public to share their news and ideas. Over 270 community productions were created in the ElMC studio last year. The studio is fully equipped with HD cameras, prompter, lights, and green screen to help community members create productions like
You wanna go back to where you've been now.
Hello and welcome to Talking Technophobia. 9 out of 10 doctors recommend me as Professor Movies. Tonight we will be talking about 1984. Other thoughts before we switch to propaganda and the death of language?
Hey guys, Keode here, and welcome back to another episode of Blaxploit, a forum where we celebrate everything in the black arts.
Today, I have the privilege of introducing you all to our new village manager. Jerry Barbaria. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Fatima Williams is a career transition coach who works with academics. She joins us to discuss how high potential leaders emerge and how we can all create positive, permanent shifts in our professional lives this week on The Feminist Perspective.
Over 190 productions were out of our studios and in the community, using the Larchmont and Mamaroneck streets and public spaces as backdrops for creativity.
Say in this matter, and luckily I like seafood.
Hey, it's John with Fix It with Foley's, and this morning I'm here smoking something in the backyard. I thought I'd show you a quick tip to do turkey breast.
My name is Kyle Troy. I'm the naturalist at the Marine Education Center in Harbor Island. The Long Island Sound is more than just a nearby body of water. It's a thriving landscape for aquatic, avian, and marine and coastal plant life.
Our travel, by the way, today is not really severe. We're going to go back to the Sound Shore for something, do something in North White Plains, which is proximate to White Plains.
We're going to talk about the sound, and weather certainly has a relationship to what's happening on the sound.
The public channel is for community events like parades, fairs, lectures, and fun.
Welcome to ElMCTV's coverage of the 72nd Annual Mamaroneck Village Firemen's Parade.
I'm Gerandi Martinez with the Community Resource Center. It's April 27th. We're here at Harbor Island Park. Super excited to clean the Harbor Island.
It's great 4th of July races at Flint Park again this year. We had a wonderful time. I need to thank ElMCTV for coming and being a part of it, the volunteer fire department for serving the hot dogs and snacks.
The public channel is the source for community information.
Live election night coverage is brought to you with the help of many volunteers, as well as the entire 6-member staff of ElMCTV. Let me give you the most up-to-date numbers. Tom Murphy now leading with 1,876 votes.
This makes it more convenient. It gives them more days to decide and to vote.
It's the same procedure. You just have more flexibility about when you can come in, which for us, having a new baby, is great.
The Local Live is a Thursday night review of weekly events and roundtables with community issues discussions.
There's a lot to cover, and we want to hear from you. Contact information's on your screen. And Shelley, I want to start with money and taxes in particular. People complain all the time that it's very expensive to live in New York State.
We're at Laras Boutique and Bridals grand opening in Mamaroneck.
A lot of searching for locations in Mamaroneck. We found this location here. Went through a couple years of approvals, and in the meantime was able to link up with some distributors that allowed us to brew at other locations and send our cans basically now worldwide.
Community information is also posted. In 2019, over 540 bulletins and public service announcement videos were created.
Watch out for all the kids out that night, and remember, be smart, be safe, and be seen.
The government channel had its busiest year yet, with over 130 municipal meetings covering all of the village of Larchmont, town of Mamaroneck, and village of Mamaroneck, providing live and archive video records of democracy in action in Larchmont and Mamaroneck.
And I haven't seen a reporter here in the whole time since I've been mayor. I never saw one when I was in the town of Mamaroneck. So that is just something that's gone. So the only way to let people in the community know what's going on is through ElMCTV.
Is there anyone in the public who would like to address the town board? Kevin?
I'm Kevin Crow. I'm with the Larchmont Garden Civic Association.
We're happy to announce that beginning with the December water bill, we will have online water bill payment, and that will be via e-check, ACH transfer.
The Education Channel connects the community to the Mamaroneck and Rhinebeck school districts. Regular programming from within the schools by students and teachers. Live stream graduations, featured events, and school news.
Welcome to the second edition of Shap's Chat. I'm Dr. Robert Shapp, Superintendent of Schools, Mamaroneck Public School System.
This is a series of conversations with educators, administrators, teachers, and students that will provide insight into the thinking and the activities that go on in the Rhinebeck School District.
The name of the show is Kinesthesia.
ElMCTV varsity sports programs covers over 80 games by Mamaroneck and Rhinebeck High School. ElMC is more than its channels. The podcast studio provides the newest service offered at the LMC Media Center. ElMC is more than its channels. We are in the community.
This is Sammy on the scene at Community Media Day.
Guys, aloha and welcome to the 4th annual Tiki Invasion at Stephen E. Johnston Beach at Harbor Island Park.
LMC shares usable knowledge. This year, the Informational Community Bulletin Board has been installed in public locations at the Mamaroneck Library, the Larchmont Library, Roberts on Mamaroneck Avenue, and Village of Larchmont Hall. 2019 was a very exciting year. However, there is a sad ending.
Curiously, the whole idea of public access channels began with the Federal Communications Commission, which is funny because it's the same organization that today threatens our very existence financially, throwing costs back to the community, back to the municipalities and the schools.
ElMCTV is a non-profit organization. We are completely independent from any taxpayer dollars.
We do some limited fundraising because many of the residents in the 3 communities don't look at us like a not-for-profit. They see us more of a governmental organization. So it's tough for us to raise funds from the community.
You may or may not know that we're in terrible danger with the FCC and their plans for restricting our communication, and this is across the nation. So I am begging you, please be as generous as you can for ElMCTV, for our community, and for the kids who are going to come later. It's a wonderful, wonderful gift to all of us. And I don't know how to say it any better than to say that it keeps us connected. And what more could we want?
In 2019, LMC has been the platform for over 1,300 videos about the community. But without your support, those videos, the public channel, the free speech channel, could disappear.